Good morning class, welcome to St. Peter School. This is your science class and we have covered our first chapter, that is plants, the food makers, and today we will discuss about the question answer given on the page number 154. So I would request all the students, please take out your books before starting the class and take out page number 154. We will see at the page number 154, at the top of the page there are a few very important points written in the bullet form. So we will first discuss all those points so that we will able to revise all the points we studied in the chapter. Okay. Now come to the first point, that is the midrib of the leaf gives out thin branches called veins. So what is midrib? Midrib is nothing, it's a thick line found in the central part of the leaf that goes from stalk to the tip of the leaf, that is called midrib. Okay, if you can see that this is called midrib. This is known as midrib. And what this midrib further this midrib produces different types of thin branches. This is called veins. This is called veins. So this thin branches is called veins. So first point is saying that the midrib of the leaf gives out thin branches called veins. So this is called veins, and the central part is known as the midrib. Or midrib always runs from stalk to the tip of the leaf. Okay. Tiny pores in the leaf called stomata help to take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen and water. We already discussed all these points. What is stomata? Stomata is nothing. It's a tiny pores present prominently on the lower side of the leaf, which helps in taking the carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen and water vapor through it. There is nothing other work of the stomata. Stomata is generally present in the lower side of the leaf, and what is the work of this stomata? It takes carbon dioxide and it gives O2 and water vapor into the atmosphere. So so what is the stomata? Stomata is nothing, it's a tiny pores present on the lower side of the leaf. Third point is plants need water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and sunlight to prepare food. We already discussed about the photosynthesis process. What all we require for the photosynthesis process are the carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, sunlight and water. So these are the essential things which is required for the completion of photosynthesis process. And what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is nothing, the process by which green plants prepare the food is called photosynthesis. Okay, now you will see sixth point. The excess food is converted into starch and stored in different part of the plant. Now what is starch? Starch is nothing, it's glucose when formed after the photosynthesis process. I'm so sorry, look at the previous one point, that is the food prepared by the plant is in the form of simple sugar called glucose. Okay, so come to the page number 150. We discuss about this chemical reaction occurs during the food formation of plant by the leaf is carbon dioxide plus water. When it gets sunlight and chlorophyll, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, what it forms? It forms sugar plus water plus oxygen. So sugar is what is sugar? Sugar is nothing, it's a glucose. So what is the form of food prepared by the leaf for the plant is glucose, or it is also known as the starch. Okay, so food prepared by the plant is in the form of simple sugar called glucose. The excess food is converted into starch and stored in different part of the plant. Now what happens when excess sugar is formed, like the plants prepare leaves prepare the food for the plant, and when the those glucose which is not used by the plant, that glucose is further converted into the starch and it is stored in the form of different parts. For example, potato is what is potato? This is the collection of starch only. The excessive glucose prepared by that plant is stored in the form of potato, and you can see like you can understand like this, that glucose is starch is nothing, it's an excessive form of glucose which is stored by the plant for the what we do, but we also do the same thing. For example, if you know that we are not able to we are not able to get a grocery in coming 2 to 3 days, what we will do? We will store somewhere. So in the same way plants also do that. If there is excessive presence of glucose in the part of the plant, what they do, they store in the form of starch, and you will see, and it happens in different part of the plant. It can occur in anywhere. So I have just given you one example of potato. That potato is also known as the collection of starch. Okay. Now come to the second last point, that is some plants are insectivorous and feed on small insects. So what is insectivorous plants? We discussed about, you can take out page number 152. You will see there are different types of example given for the insectivorous plant. Insectivorous plants are those plants which traps insects for the extra nutrition, right? And there are different examples: fly trap, Venus fly trap, pitcher plant. These all are known as the insectivorous plant. Last point is plants and animals depends on each other. Yes, when we studied about the flow of energy occurs in the nature, we started from sunlight. That sunlight is the main source of energy, and from there it transfers to plant, and then from there it transfers to herbivorous animal, and then from there it transferred to carnivorous animal. So, and in this way the energy flows in the nature. So we have already discussed all these points in the previous class. Now come to the question answer. You will see first question, write for the following statement true or false. So first question is, the midrib runs from stalk to the tip of the leaf. We have just now discussed that midrib runs from the stalk to the tip of the leaf. This is called midrib. So first point is true. First point is true. Okay. The second question is, stomata are present on the lower surface of the leaf. I already discussed right now. Only the stomata is present on the lower part of the leaf. I'm sorry students, if it is not visible, you can see, you can listen me carefully, and you can write the answer on your book. If you want to see the answer, I can show you one by one. Okay, so first is true, second one is also true. Now move to the third question, that is, the leaf takes in carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Yes, what leaf takes during the photosynthesis process? It takes carbon dioxide. It takes carbon dioxide and leaves oxygen into the nature. So for the third sentence is also true. So 1, 2, 3, all the three questions are true. Now come to the question number 4. Sunlight combines with carbon dioxide and water during photosynthesis. Sunlight combines with carbon dioxide and water during the photosynthesis. Yes, you can see the chemical reaction on the page number 150. You can see there the chemical reaction given. Carbon dioxide combines with water in presence of sunlight, and chlorophyll forms the sugar, and that is the process of photosynthesis. Now fifth question, the food prepared by the leaf is in the form of simple sugar. We just discussed it, that what is the formation of food is sugar, or you can say glucose. Okay, so all the 5 sentences are true. Now come to the question number 6. Spirit turns starch blue. No, this is not correct. When we are doing the experiment, what we have seen, why we have boiled the leaf into the spirit, just to lose the color, just to help in losing their color and becoming pale. But spirit is not that chemical which we use to turn the color of the leaf into the blue. We have used iodine to change the color of the starch present on the leaf. So this one is false. Question number 6 is false. So you can write, this is false. This is false. Okay. So question number 6 is false. Question number 7, mushroom do not have chlorophyll. Yes, we studied about this. There are some unusual plants which there is no use of those plants. So what are the examples of those plants? Is mushroom. Why mushroom? Because there is no chlorophyll in this plant. So that's why what happens, it becomes unusual, because we all know that the green plants are very useful for us. We should eat green veggies, but mushroom has no color. So it means that they don't have any chlorophyll in it. Okay, energy flows from herbivorous to carnivorous. Question number 8. Yes, energy, when we were discussing about the flow of energy, it starts from sunlight to the plant to the herbivorous, and herbivorous to the carnivorous. So energy flows from herbivorous to carnivorous. So the last sentence is also true. So this is also true, and this is also true. Okay, so only 6th one is false. You can write like this, only 6th number question is false, other than all the questions are true. Okay, Now move to the question number 2, that is strike of the wrong answer. First question, the broad part of the leaf is called midrib or the lamina. What will be the answer? Midrib or lamina? It's lamina. What is the sorry, I'm so sorry, the mark is not working. So what you can do, you can write the answer one by one. Okay, I'm telling you one by one, and video is with you only. So if it will be possible in next class, I will write all the answers on the board. So for now, what you are going to do, you are going to just write on the book only. So first is the broad part of the leaf is called lamina. Second one is carbon dioxide / water enters the leaf through stomata. So what enters through the stomata? I have shown you picture. Carbon dioxide enters through stomata. So tick on the carbon dioxide. Third question is chlorophyll / carbon dioxide traps sunlight during photosynthesis. What traps sunlight? Chlorophyll or carbon dioxide? What will be the correct answer? Tell me. Okay, so chlorophyll or the carbon dioxide traps sunlight during photosynthesis. So let me tell you, chlorophyll traps the sunlight during photosynthesis. Okay, not carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, when combines with water in the presence of sunlight, it forms glucose, but chlorophyll helps in trapping the sunlight. Excess food in the plant is stored in the form of sugar or starch. So we just discussed it, that excess food in the plant is stored in the form of starch. So tick the starch option. Leaf loses its color when it is boiled in spirit. Just now I told you that leaf, to lose the color of the leaf, we use spirit, and to boil the we boil the leaf into the spirit to lose their color. And now sixth question, green plants / mushroom do not have chlorophyll in them. Just now we have read this example that mushroom do not have chlorophyll in them. Seventh question is mushroom / Venus flytrap is an insectivorous plant. We discussed already, Venus flytrap is an insectivorous plant. The main source of energy on the earth is the sun. Yes, because when we studied about the energy flows, it started from the sun. So it is considered as the sun is the main source of energy. Now I will end my class here only, because today's marker is not working. So we will not move to the next class, next question. Okay, we will discuss all the questions again in the next class. Might be I will write all the answers on the board. Okay, and the questions are too easy, you can do it by your own. So till the time, what you will do, go for the question number 3, 4, 5 by self, and we will discuss it in the next class. Till the time, thank you, bye bye, take care.